So I finally had somebody that's coming at 7 o'clock. It's still my birthday. This you'll see probably before the second episode of the snowblower series. If you want to see that, I'll link something like right up there. Part 2 is coming soon. You may be wondering why I'm taking this off, because I put the chain on backwards and I gotta put it on the right way. Gotta fire it up, run it, get it warmed up. It's going home. You know, as much as I love my job, you know, as a small engine mechanic and content creator, you know, I absolutely love my job, and I couldn't have asked for a better audience, you guys, and just a better experience overall in it. I have not had any training. I started by just getting my nose into it and you know, self-teaching myself as I went along. You know, and I today have slowly started to get better tools, but you know, I started filming on my at the time when I started filming, I had only an iPod Touch, you know, 6th gen or whatever it was. So I get asked, how do you tell? Let me pop you out of the stand here. So I'm going to show you how to tell how your chainsaw direction is going the wrong way. So if you look here, we have a cutting tooth, okay? Now, you'll notice this cutting tooth is facing toward the base of the saw. We want the cutting tooth to point towards the tip, and so that's a good measurement, those cutting tips there. If they're not, you know, pointed towards the tip, then chances are, you know, you got it on wrong. Now this is very sticky because I have an old there's chainsaw oil, but it's -20 and it kind of thickens, right? It's thick as it is, but then you match that up with -20 and it gets super thick. So that's the only reason why that's like that. You know, you could run, I don't recommend it, but you can run motor oil in your chainsaws. You know, again, it's not recommended. It's not a good practice, but in a pinch, you know, if you had an emergency log fall on something and you didn't quite have, you know, time to go ahead and grab yourself, you didn't have any chain bar oil, you could run motor oil in it for a slight time. Again, not recommended. Highly not recommended. So this chainsaw is a professional grade saw. So what that means is, instead of it normally having the chain adjuster up here, it has it in here. Now that's not how you tell a professional grade saw from a homeowner grade saw. You can just tell on how, you know, a homeowner saw is built heavier, it's built nicer, it's just built, you know, way different. So that's kind of how you tell there. Okay. So that's set. Drop this on. Our gap is set. Not our gap, our chain tension is set. Get this all screwed back down, tighten down. Before I do that, and then we'll give the saw a fire, show you the proper way to start a saw on a cable. So, I am Kavis from Recoil. I try and introduce myself in every video. Again, I am Kavis from Recoil Small Engine. I run Recoil Small Engine as a YouTube channel and as a company. Clearly, you know, you wouldn't be watching me if I didn't run it as a YouTube channel. I will say that YouTube is very, for me, I love doing YouTube because I like to show people that, you know, just because you don't have, you know, a $10,000 welder and, you know, you don't have top of the line tools doesn't mean you can't get into, you know, from starting to fix your own stuff. Right? I started out with basic toolkit and a basic screwdriver set, and I worked my way, you know, up from there. I did not have any fancy-dancy tools or any, you know, anything along those lines by any stretch. In fact, my tools were very low quality, and I'm the first one to admit that. And even my YouTube channel, when it first started, you know, was not the greatest. But you know, now we got a expensive camera. We're starting to build a channel audience. So, you know, I wanted to make my content as feasible as I can for you guys. You know, make you learn something, because who wants to watch a 720p video when you could watch a full HD video, or you know what I mean? So, this has now been set. Set my screwdriver back. So this saw, it's got a decompression valve. Decompression valve gets put in. Choke has a 3-stage choke. Choke gets pulled all the way out. You give it a yank, chain brake on. Then once it starts, you push it in one setting, and then it's a warm-up setting, and then you start. Yeah, we got enough gas in it. I'm not going to show you guys the, well, I guess I could, show you guys the firing up. Let's see if I can get it to. For you guys, you do not want to take a chainsaw, you know, that's been started at 40 below, and you don't want to just give it nuts. You want to let it idle, let it warm up, get the oil circulating, and then ease your way into it. this saw, last video you're ever gonna see on it. Sad to see, you know, this saw go. I loved this saw. I used it a lot. Trail link, bar and chain. I probably cut 2.5 cords of wood with it, and never ever had to even sharpen my chain, and it'll still cut more. Those are the best if you can find them. You can get them in any gauge. You just read the one. This one, factory specs. Where is it here? Yeah, right here. 15-inch is what it is from factory. These ones can hold an 18, no problem. Anyhow, see you guys in the next video, which will be part 2 of the snowblower build.